Are you tired of decorating the whole house, but then when it comes to decorating the presents, all you do is just put a bow on it, a tag, and stick it under the tree?
Same old stuff.
Same stuff. And every year the house is beautiful, and they may have a pretty bow on them.
Yeah.
But don't you want more? Something a little bit
different.
Just a little different.
Exciting.
That's what we're going to show you today. We are
Yes.
going to make an adorable little angel that you can use on your present.
Yep.
But you can also use it for your Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Or just other decorations. But
Yeah.
let's do it for a present. We'll make it small enough.
Yeah.
So just join us. I'm Vonda. This is Paula.
Hey.
And we're crafting with scripture.
Yes.
Now, what you're going to need to start out with is 2 rolls of teal. I'm going to use this webbing. We're going to use white.
Yeah, it's Deco mesh. If you don't know.
Deco mesh. I'm
That's
so
what
sorry. I'm sitting here
That's
trying to think
okay.
of the word.
That's
What have I
why
got
there's
her
2 of
for?
us.
She's great.
Yeah.
So it's going to call for 6 inch, but if you measured, it's really like 5.5.
Yeah.
So don't get caught up in there.
Right.
We just happen to have some that had red and white together, so we're going to use that. Go with it. If you're going to have a blue Christmas,
Use blue.
use blue.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
We thought the wings would look good in white, but you know what? You can use other colors too. Gold,
Gold would be
silver,
beautiful. Silver.
a mixture. So just whatever you've got on hand.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
So
Whatever's on sale.
That's the best. Or whatever you have left over from last year.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I have a wood burning tool. This works better for me. Now, I think that it doesn't ravel near as much.
Right. It burns the edges.
So we're going to measure out 6
Yes.
inches right there. And we're just going to run this tool. Let me pull it this way.
Okay.
Run this tool right down. And I like to use the little lines that are already there. And this way we get a nice clean cut.
Yep.
And it's not going to ravel so much because the ends are burned.
Right.
That's
But if
one
you don't
thing.
have it, you can use scissors.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Yes.
I mean, it'll still, you won't have all that much raveling.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I like to do that because I hate to
Yes.
pull the strings off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we have cut 6 of each.
Yes.
Of the striped and of the white. And
Yes.
we're going to be laying each one of them down
Yeah.
at an angle. You can't
Yes.
see mine because it's white.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
see it on here?
Can you
Yeah,
see yours
right
on it?
here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're going to lay it down
Uh-huh.
with the face up.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to go from this angle and we're going to gather like so, and it's
Yeah,
going to
like
end
that.
up like this.
Yep.
Okay, so let
Then you
me
hold on to it.
let
in
me
your other
try
one.
to show you a little
Okay.
closer because that. Okay, so here's our end, finished end. Here's a finished end. We're going to take it to the side, to this corner, and just gather it.
Right.
Like so. Now it's not pretty on mine because I'm doing it on my hand, but that made a pretty
Yes.
gathered, already it looks like a wing.
It does.
Okay,
Okay.
so Paula's gonna do 6, I'm going to do 6.
Yes.
We're going to next, and let me just tell you ahead of time what we're gonna do. We're going to take a zip tie both of them together. So we're going to have a big blob of Deco mesh, but we want to try to do it end by end so that we have white on top of red when we
Yes.
get finished. Okay, so let's get that done.
Okay. And I just, for the bunch, there's not that many, so I just held the ones that are done in the other hand. And it's pretty easy to do that.
Yeah.
So you just kind of scrunch and then add it.
Or I leave mine on the table and just add it as I go along. I'm not as coordinated as Paula is.
Oh, only
So,
Yes, you are.
So I have to lay mine on the table. All right. So this is going to be an adorable little angel.
Yes.
But you know, the Bible says that they're not those cute little naked babies
No.
flying around with
That's
bows and
not
arrows.
real angels.
No.
No.
I've been doing a study on Daniel, and Daniel was, he was a prophet, and he relied on what God had to say to him, whether it be a dream or
Yes.
a vision. And he had been asking God some questions about the future. And Gabriel, who was an angel, came to him and was saying, God has sent me to talk to you. He says, but God has told me, and I love this, God told the angel to tell Gabriel, just like God would tell the angel to tell you, you are loved.
Yes.
And in Daniel 9:20
22, it kind of starts there with, so now I'm going to hand that off to her. Okay, it says, it's talking about Gabriel, the angel, talking to Daniel. He instructed me and said to me, Daniel, I have come now to give you insight and understanding. And that's about the prophecy. At the beginning of your request, a message went out, and I have come to declare it to you, for you are greatly loved.
That just is,
Yeah.
to hear it physically,
Right.
God loves you, but sometimes
Right.
you're kind of not thinking that God loves you.
And to actually hear it.
But
God
yes.
sent an angel to tell him
To
that.
tell him
Yes,
that
that's
you
amazing.
are loved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the word does tell us all throughout that we are loved. But to actually know that God sent an angel, that's awesome.
And sometimes angels can be humans.
Yes.
So, you
Yes.
can also have that word, and I'm getting out of line of what
That's
we talked
okay.
about.
No, it actually, this is the way, must be the way the Lord
You
wants us to present it.
you can get that word from humans because sometimes
Yes.
God sends his angels.
And we're unawares.
That's
So,
right.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 1 says, let brotherly love continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for in doing so, some have entertained angels without knowing it. That's a great reminder that, Jesus told us, love God, love everyone. And that's a great reminder that just when we're thinking, maybe some bad thoughts or we're just not happy or whatever, we need to always treat everyone with kindness and love, because it might be an angel.
I'm just going to throw this out there. But what if that angel was a homeless person that was
Yeah.
needing some help?
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that
No.
they're going to use the money for something bad or whatever, but they
Right.
need help. You don't know.
We don't
You
know.
don't know their situation.
No, we should never assume.
And it's not
Yeah.
our responsibility for that money once we give that to that homeless
Right.
person. It's the fact that we
We
help.
obey. We obey what God has told us.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now next, I've got the white on top, the red on the bottom. So this is going to be my skirt. So I'm going to pull all the red down here. I'm going to put a zip tie around this, and I'm going to fluff all of this to get
Right.
it the way I want it. And then I'm going to wrap a silver cord. Now you could do pretty much anything, any kind of ribbon or whatever.
Yeah.
If I could find the end of this, I would be really happy.
Let me try it. I'm the one
I
that
can't
rubber
find
banded it.
it. But we're gonna wrap it around there just so we can cover up this zip tie.
Yes, but you use
So.
whatever you have. We just happen to have this on hand, and so. But we were, we looked through all of our ribbon, and there were several different choices, and this looked like the best one.
Cord works really well.
Yeah.
So for something like this,
Yeah.
now we're gonna use a little bit of ribbon too. We're gonna use a little bit of everything.
Yes, we are.
So
And you just have to look through what you've got. You don't really necessarily have to go out and buy something special. But if you don't have a lot of craft supplies, you can find cord like this, ribbon cord. And it's under ribbon.
see that right up there at the
There,
top.
look at that. We're getting the body shape
Yeah.
already.
And I got that one smaller than what we've done before. So
That's okay.
this is gonna be a little different.
That's okay.
And then look at it and see which side do you really think looks better.
It looks like the front.
Yeah, which looks like the front.
Yeah.
If you can tell the difference, then use the best looking side. Personally, I think this one looks better.
Yeah, me too.
Because these are all kind of going towards the back. So we're going to call this the front.
Okay.
So just take your time, play with it, see what you want, what you like. And we're going to cut that off and we're going to fluff.
There you go. That's
So
looking nice
you've
and
got
fluffy.
those, you've got zip ties on there, so you don't have to worry about it coming apart, so you can be rough with it if you need to just kind of make it sit like you want to. So there we've got this part of our angel. So while I'm wrapping this, and then I'm going to, we bought, I think this came, I'm sure it came from Hobby Lobby, wood pile. And we did a video not long ago where we made a little table, a little wooden round, and we used these as the feet.
Yeah.
If you didn't see that, go back and look at it. It's like a little serving tray with some decorations on there. There were 6 of these for $4.99, but I'm sure they were half price or we wouldn't.
Oh yeah. I don't think we ever buy anything full price.
And these are flat on one side, so we're just going to stick that to the back because this is what we have.
Right.
And it is a 3/16 inch, and it has a hole in the back. Or is that 3.8 centimeters? 3/16
What's that 1.5
hole.
inch mean?
1.5. Okay.
There we go.
1.5 inch.
1.5 inch.
With a 3/16 hole, but we don't care about the hole.
No.
But it's
in the back.
1.5 inches for this ball. And so that we weren't taking up a whole lot of your time, Paula painted it
I
white.
painted it ahead of time.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me get this
You
wrapped
do that.
around here.
Yes, she's much better with this.
And then
than
I'm
I
going
am.
to put the head on there, and we're
Yes.
going to talk about angel kind number 3.
Yes. Actually, we have one more messenger. I'm just going to give you another example of the messenger angel. There are different kinds of angels, if you guys didn't know that. And so Daniel, we just read, had a messenger angel come to him. And in Luke chapter 1, verse 19, so background on that, Zechariah and Elizabeth had no children, and they were old. And they didn't think they were going to have any. And an angel came to them and told them, yes, you are. He says, do not be afraid, Zechariah, because your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will give birth to your son, and you will name him John. So that's John, the baptizer that they're talking about. And a little bit farther on, Zechariah said to the angel, how will I know this for certain? I am an old man, and my wife is well advanced in age.
I like the way he doesn't say,
well advanced.
She's pretty old too.
Right. Well advanced. I'm going to have to remember that. And speaking to him, the angel declared, I am Gabriel, the one standing in God's presence. And he goes on to tell him that he was commissioned to him I was commissioned to you to tell you and proclaim to you this good news. So Gabriel the angel is a messenger angel, for sure. And there are, like we said, different kinds of angels too. As that, my mind went blank.
There is just a really long list. Was
Yes.
there like 7 or 8
Yeah,
different
if
kinds?
you do an in-depth study, detailed study of the angels, it's very detailed. But just some basic, I guess, more basic, first beginner learning maybe, which is what I am.
Remedial.
Remedial. There you go. So those were messenger angels. There's also worshiping angels who sing and worship and rejoice to the Lord all the time. And there's warrior angels too. So definitely different than the little cherub babies we see in the pictures with the little wings on them. It's a little different.
And God made the angels at the very beginning. He made how many angels that he wanted.
Yes.
They all had a purpose. So when you die, you do not become an angel.
No.
You do not get your
No.
angel wings.
No.
God already has all of the angels
Yes.
that he needs.
And we're created in God's image, and we were created to be above the angels. So we don't become angels. I think people
I hate that.
have heard that,
Yes.
and it's not biblical. So if you do a study, you'll know we don't turn into angels. There are lots and lots of angels and lots of different kinds. We are above that. We also worship. There's a lot of information in the Bible, about that. But no, we are not angels. We don't become angels.
The Lord knows I'm not an angel.
Me either. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so we need a halo.
Okay, so we just took some silver pipe cleaner, just regular silver pipe cleaner, okay? And we thought silver would look best. You could use white if you wanted to, whatever colors you have on hand, or whatever matches your color scheme. And I just measured kind of on the head, or held the head up to it, and just twisted it around, and it's done. And then we'll clip it off.
Yeah, we don't need that
No, we don't need the long tail.
tail.
No. So let's just.
Angels don't have tails.
No. No. And they don't have a halo tail. So we don't need that. And I'm having a hard time getting mine twisted here. But there we go. So we're going to clip the end of it off because we don't need that end. And then when she's ready, we will hot glue it on there.
Yeah, she just needs a few more minutes to get her
Yeah.
head cooled off
Yeah,
here.
when you glue that head, you got to kind of hold on to it for a while.
Yeah.
And now you could also use styrofoam. There's little styrofoam balls you could use. There's all different kinds of balls. You don't have to use a wooden ball.
If you've got a wooden one, use a wooden one.
Right.
Because the styrofoam is going to not have the right texture that you're going to like.
Yeah, but it's okay. If that's all you have,
That's
okay.
right. That's
It'll
all
be
right.
fine. Yes.
Now, we've got a spot right here up at the top, right here, where we bent the webbing over.
Yeah, where we turned the red and white
Yes.
Deco mesh in half.
And you can see also the zip tie, and we
Yes.
do not like that.
No.
So what we're going to be doing on here, and her head is finally dry,
Yes.
is we've got to have some little something, a little bling,
Some little bling.
to
Yes.
cover that up.
Yes.
And so I'm going to go ahead and spot glue.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. It just keeps bouncing around.
It's okay. You might want to put it down and not trust my fingers. Let
Okay.
me just glue it on here.
So we don't get burnt.
We're gonna glue.
Yes.
We're gonna glue this on here, but we're also gonna come up with some little something to go in this
Yes.
place. Now, what company did you get those little things from?
Here we go. I want to tell you the different things. Sorry, here I'm back.
Just a
It's
little.
called Totally Dazzled. And if you look them up and give them your phone number, I know you guys hate to do that, but it's worth it because they will send you codes for percentages off. They'll send you text messages about their deals, their special deals. You can buy bags, little bags. This is not a full one, of cute little embellishments. And I
Well,
don't know
take
if
them
you
out of
guys-
the bottom
if
of
you
the
guys
thing.
can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to show you a few. And they're really cool. And you can use them for all kinds of stuff. To put them in the middle of bows that you make. You'll find
A
all
messy
kinds of
bow
uses.
with one in the
like here's
middle.
one that has pearls. And they're flat on the back. Now some of them come and they're actually like the old-fashioned pins. But you can still, so let's see, that's kind of the same one. Here's another one.
So they're just random,
just cute.
little blingy things.
Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. They're just really cute. Very, very cute. So,
Now we don't get any cut or anything
No.
like that, but we
No.
can put the link down below in the
Yes.
comments
Yes.
because this is really good quality
It is
and it
very
was
good
not
quality.
that expensive.
no, if you buy them on the deals, it's not that bad. And you'll find out you'll have a lot of uses for them after you do. But if you don't have that, we also had a bag of little plastic jewels.
And I think
You could
those
use that
came
too.
from Walmart.
Yeah.
Just a
yeah,
little
that'll
bag
work
of.
too. Yeah, but we had a couple of that we really liked. We had this one. Try to hold it up so you guys can see it. That came from Totally Dazzled, and then we also had this one. And they're just so
So it looks
cute.
like it's got little diamonds in a
Yeah,
circle, and
yeah.
when we take a picture, you'll be able to see the
Yeah,
one that we
exactly.
use a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't have near as much room on this one.
Okay,
So
wanna
we
go a little
need
smaller?
something small.
Okay. We have
You
that.
know what? That looks pretty good right there.
That does look good. Yeah, I think that looks great.
This is my favorite one.
Okay. Then
So
that's
we're
the
going to
one we're
glue this to cover up that hole.
Yes. Yes.
And I may leave enough room for us to put a little red bow up here at the top too,
Yeah.
to
We
just
can do
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
cover the zip tie.
Right. I'm getting that all over the place.
And
Okay.
it's going to go a little bit over that little silver belt, but that's okay. Isn't that cute?
She's getting cuter and
Yeah,
cuter.
she's getting cuter. Let's put
She's
a
got
little
her
bow
bling.
right there.
Yeah.
And see if that
Yeah.
if it's too much, then we'll just move it up a little bit
Right,
too.
right. So we have, of course, we have red ribbon, and that just matches ours. But you could use any color.
Whatever
that
your
goes with
color
this one.
scheme is, a lot
White,
of times
whatever.
the color is the hardest thing for
Silver.
me.
Yeah.
Is to decide what color.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, Christmas, you can just use whatever. You don't have to use.
That's right.
Now, if you enjoy our crafts, be sure and hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
And then hit the little bell so that you're notified when we come online.
Yes.
But you're not going to want to miss a thing. We've got some awesome things planned for Christmas. And if you like it, if you love it, be sure and give
Yeah.
us a thumbs up. Let
Yes.
us know. If you have a question, we do read the comments.
kinda big
Please let
too.
us know. You want to just tie a bow and then we can just adjust it to that?
I'm gonna let her do that.
All right.
My fingers don't work well.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Okay, so we're just going to tie a bow.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just a random
Yes.
bow here.
Yes.
And then once we put it on there, then we can decide what
Yeah.
size we want it.
And I don't think we read them one of our favorite verses about the worshiping angels. Did we?
Go for it. We need
Yeah.
worshiping angels.
There's a lot, but from Isaiah, chapter 6, it's talking about angels, and let's see here. It's just really cool, y'all. I got to read a little bit of it to you. So this is definitely the worshiping angels. So this is about Judah's encounter with God. So chapter 6, verse 1, the Lord, in the year of King Uzziah, I don't know if I pronounced that right.
It's close enough.
Uzziah's death, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Seraphim, angels, were standing above him. Each had 6 wings. With 2, the seraphim covered his face, and with 2, he covered his feet, and with the remaining 2, he flew. One called out to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And I think that's cool because also there's another verse in, I think it's,
Isaiah.
well,
Is that what you
that was
just read?
Isaiah. Yeah, in the New Testament, there's several verses.
Revelation.
Yeah, about the angels that's their job. They just sing and declare holy, holy, holy. God is so amazing that I often think when we get there, are we going to be so amazed that we can't speak, or are we going to be able to sing and worship to him like the angels do? And that's what I hope, that we can sing.
I think it's just going
and
to take me
worship.
a while to just figure it all out and just take it all in.
Right.
That's just amazing to me.
Right.
Now, I left some hanging down. You can trim it. I probably will trim it a little bit to make it just have whatever length that you want.
Yeah, there's several references in the book of Revelation about the worshiping and singing angels, that's their job. They sing holy, holy, holy all the time to God. And we may think that's kind of weird, but he's so amazing that that's what our spirit, our soul cries out to do, is worship God.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Just wait, it's gonna be so
It's
cool.
gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so we could be through with this like this. If we were going to put it like maybe on a small tree,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe on a really big tree down in the base of the tree, this
Yeah.
would work very well.
Yes.
But because I want to put this on a Christmas present,
Mm-hmm.
she needs to be holding a name tag.
Yeah.
So-
Steven's arms.
We've got a red pipe cleaner,
Mhm.
and this is about 6 inches. You can just play with it yourself to see what you like.
Yeah.
And we're going to wrap it around the
Around
back.
the back. Yeah.
And that'll also kind of cover up some of the glue and stuff like that that's showing up.
Yeah.
So we're going to make it even. We're going to hit it with just a little bit of glue back here in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to bend hands.
Yeah. Just bend the ends a little bit so that it'll hold a little.
So she's
note
holding.
card. Yeah.
And then I've got a card somewhere.
Yep. We just saw it somewhere. Is this it? No, that's not
Boy,
it.
we can get messy
Yes,
sometimes.
we can.
That's okay. We
had it.
just had a
We
card.
just had a card.
We can make another one.
Yeah, just use
Okay.
whatever you have, little sturdy paper.
Let's pretend this is a cute little card with
Yes.
somebody's name on it, to
Yes.
and from. And we're going to glue the little hands so that it is holding
The little message
a
card.
little message
So you can
card.
imagine just writing in,
Yeah,
maybe in a red pen
exactly.
or a red
Yeah.
felt tip marker.
Well, you know, they do
Mhm.
have these shiny gel pens.
Yes. that
Red
works
shiny
really
gel
well.
pens work really well.
Yes. And I wish we had. We just had it.
That's all right.
That's okay.
We're leaving
That's
this to
okay.
your imagination.
Yes.
So there we go. Wasn't hard.
No.
You can do it. Use what you have first.
Right.
And then let's go from there.
Yeah.
We thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and we hope that this helps you to make your house look very Christmassy
Yes.
this year. And we just love you and thank you so much. And just remember,
Love one another.
love one another.
Thank you.
Bye.